Hump Wednesday, hump day. Let's get it in. What's up? What's up? State your name. State what set you from. No lurkers here. You want to come in and chat? Say what's up. Stay there. Yo, what's up, y'all? Got 12 people in here. Hit that thumbs up on the way in. If you interested. Don't need any lurking. If you in here, communicate. Switching out these axles. And we're going to throw them on my new build. It's a buggy. And I'm switching out axles right now. Carbon fiber buggy. But I'm just kind of put it together with a bunch of parts that I had. But switching over the axles. Putting these better axles on there. Don't have money to get some new ones. So we're going to rob Peter to pay Paul. You too, buddy. Cesar Lopez, what's up? Come on, don't come in here with the dumb shit. Go to somebody else's channel for that. Bunch of idiots out here. You got nothing better to do than go on YouTube and look at people's live and just make dumb comments. That's real exciting. Four people in here, say what's up. Don't be a lurker. One down. J Star. Couple idiots on here already. Should have you as a moderator. What's up, Drew? How you doing, brother? Sometimes you can't get a good bite on some of these. Yeah, pretty much. You know, there's a bunch of idiots that play around on the internet, man. I don't get it. Like, you got nothing better to do. If you're not in this channel for RC shit, then get out. I don't understand how people have time to even do that crap. Yep, haters will be haters. And RC Richie got a few. Probably a couple in here now. Why they hate on me? Who knows? Yeah. How you been, Drew? How you liking that new rig you got? I saw that Quake you picked up too. That looks like a lot of fun. I've been eyeing up that Creighton a whole lot, man. I'm with you, man. Sometimes you need to get down and go fast. Been a long time. What's up, Sundown? Yeah, but it also affects my channel. You know, I'm trying to do something with this channel. And when you got negative hate, you know, negative energy on the channel, it affects the channel as well. It's preventing my growth. But it is what it is, man. I'm gonna take the high road, man. I'm gonna stick to my guns and stay to the person who I am. I'm gonna keep showing support. But you out there and you feel otherwise, let me know. I got nothing to lose, man. Started this channel to have fun, and lately it hasn't been feeling fun. All right, there we go. We got two of them off. Boom, boom. Let's not lose these pins. Put this to the side. This is my shorty build. Taking all apart now. We're going to steal the axles. Don't mind me, y'all. Look in my mouth. That's what I like to do. I'm the type of person, I'm not going to tuck my tail, so. But I digress. All right, so we're going to throw these axles on here. This is what we got right now, sundown. Enlighten. To be honest with you, man, I don't know a lot of these companies, and I get a lot of my information from Micro Mondays and stuff like that. But when I saw this on Micro Mondays, Enlighten RC, the Blue Hawk, they got several chassis. This was not the one that I ordered though. I ordered the Yoda 80. Unfortunately, this was the Jeep that came. Still cool, but they actually sending out the Yoda 80 to me, and they told me I can keep this. So it wasn't quite complete. To be honest with you, I don't understand why they would mess that up. And that's another thing. Lately, I've been ordering things, and you can call it coincidence or not, man, but I feel like my orders have been messed up. But again, man, I'm not going to keep on speculating on shit. But anyway, yeah, this is a Jeep. And it's geared around, you can do Gladiator or even Deadbolt with it. I believe the other one, the Yoda 80, is a little bit different design. And that one's probably Gladiator as well. But yeah, pretty cool. Had to figure out how to do the fenders and everything. The fenders mount from the inside. And again, this is my second time experience with these trying to tuck electronics in here. I'm starting to get a little better with it. Right now, I got this flipped open so I can get in there. I got this flipped open so I can get in there. I got my Lizard Pro that I threw in here. That might not be permanent though, because it's actually taking up a lot more room than I like. And yeah, I always forget which ones of these, micro or mini Komodo. Mini Komodo. We got another wheel shop, carbon fiber mount in here. And I just picked up an aluminum casing for my transmission. We switched that over. So that's a stock transmission. Yeah, it came out good. Came out in blue carbon. I actually picked the red for the Yoda. But it's pretty cool. It's like the red. It's like the blue flake inside the carbon. I guess what do they call that? Forged? Yeah, it's pretty sick. The Yoda is completely different. Kind of has like a flat bed with the roll bar up top. Pretty cool. This is an 18-degree skid. And these are links that I had making it work. And like I said, man, even if you was to send me this chassis, it was missing the skid. It was the wrong color. But I got lucky and I had a second skid from the Venge kit. And I was able to work that in there. Still tweaking it though. But I wasn't liking these axles on here, and I just wanted, I don't know, the build looked incomplete to me, so I want to put the better axles on here. I'm getting to a point where I'm just running out of money and starting to swap things over. All right. So let's put these wheels on, get these out the way. What's up, Highlight 420? Speaking of that. Thanks for the reminder. Got a minute? Yeah, what's up, buddy? I got longer than a minute. I just jumped on. Forgot I'm gonna have to probably swap out this axle as well. Put this one on. Okay. 420 joke. I've been sitting on these wheels for a while. I'm gonna finally put them into use. Hopefully retire them. Use some heavy brass Enduro wheels. But they're definitely gonna go good with this build. You know, these stock SEX shocks, man, I've always said they're good, man. They're pretty good. The oil ones, they're just a little short, but they're perfect for certain builds. But I noticed they definitely have a lot of free play in them, in the pivot balls. And I'm getting a lot of lateral movement in them. I ain't like that. All right, Buck. Be safe, Drew. I used to always call you Bucket before, man. I know your name. Take care, Drew. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for having my back. Shit, I ain't get called nothing yet. We ain't getting to that point yet. You start calling me shit, that's when we gonna have a problem. What's up, 916? Go for it. I got two. How much space do you have? It's so easy, man. I'm so glad so many people are doing it now. I see a lot more people building them. You know, as much as I would love rocks indoors, man, rocks get pretty heavy. Really, rocks are really meant to be outdoors, you know? You can put rocks on the table, man, but one basketball size rock is about 100 pounds. Yo, what's up, Bill? I have not said nada yet. How you feeling, Bill? Hey, Bill, you need to go to the casino, man, with all that luck you have, man. I see you winning everything. I saw you win again on Micro Mondays the other day. Got to go play the number, bro. Listen, man, I'm telling you, it only takes a small little thing. When I first started off this course, it was modular. You can ask, well, Bucket List, he got a couple, another small modular piece as well. It doesn't have to be as this big. It can be something as this, you know? It can be a 2x2 piece. But I definitely recommend you make it modular, something that you can just pick up and lift and get it out the way. So definitely want to do cardboard for that, you know? But yeah, there's tons of ideas out there. You don't need a whole lot of space, but if your wife is definitely on you about the space, definitely try to make something that's modular, something that you could pick up and get it out the way. I don't know if you've seen that hat with the tarps and the foil tape. I don't know if that's something of interest for you, but that seems pretty cool. It's not something that I would kind of do, but I would go ahead and do something like this over that. But yeah, it doesn't take much. Forgot to put this on vibrate. Excuse my finger, y'all. Yeah. I mean, you could definitely put some indoors, man. Yeah. To be honest with you, my mother lives with me, so she's pretty much on a regular diet of Ensure. So, like clockwork, I always have Ensure boxes. I have tons of Ensure bottles in here that are all hot glued together. And yeah, plenty of cardboard. Plenty of cardboard. And spray foam. One thing I could recommend is you're going to definitely go through some spray foam. And if you know how much spray foam you're going to be buying, try to buy it in bulk if you can from Home Depot. I believe the price is a little cheaper. But it's not bad, man. A can of spray foam is about $4 to $5. And you get pretty decent coverage out of it. Yeah, I saw his course too. Yeah, the concrete stuff is cool too. I haven't really got into the concrete of mixture type thing. I did a little bit of it, but it wasn't the proper way of doing it. But that's definitely a good way of covering your course. Get some good texture out of it. Yeah, I'd rather somebody have a spray foam course than 3D print it. It just looks better to me. I think you could just get a little more creative with it. Hello, Camila. Nice. Yeah, I think spray foam has good texture. To be honest with you, I can judge my tires based on of how much grip they have on the spray foam. And I think a lot of people they do the spray foam and they leave it whole. if you leave the spray foam hole, it's gonna have almost like a polyurethane coating on there. So what you have to do is you have to razor cut them, and you got to expose the open cells. And I mean, not to mention, it just makes it look better. It's gonna make it look like rock by you doing that instead of keeping it all poop. Looks like poop, all squiggly lines. All right, we got the axle out. This one was modified, extended axles. I don't know about you guys, but my experience always with extending axles, I've always tend to have scrub radius at full turn. Maybe because I used a high overdrive. Yeah, the fast food cup trays. Yep. Tin lasagna, like those tin pans and stuff like that. Those create good texture. At the end of the day, man, you just want to create a whole lot of volume and you want to take up space because if you are using spray foam, you don't want to waste the spray foam. Another tip that I have that I learned later on is using drywall tape so it doesn't tend to ooze. And then I will wrap the edges of things just so it wouldn't drip over. The links bottom here. Yeah, originally I had this all set up. These are links that I have. I was just sitting on. They definitely mirrors links in the front. I got the Endurers in the rear. These are Gladiator in the rear. When everything was all said and done before, this was about 150. I think it was, no, I'm sorry. It was like Gladiator, like 153. I know people, technical is 153.7 is Gladiator. I know it goes off by 155, but yeah, and I had pretty good caster with it too. So let's see if we can get it going good again. Hopefully, I'm gonna have to change out this drive shaft. I know one thing. I got these from Hobby Lobby, and ever since I got these, man, these things have been in the clutch. Hey, Bill, you still don't you have a Punishment RC chassis? You still mess with it? I know he's a fellow Arizona guy. Got a D shape. Yeah. It just reminded me of it. I'm looking at this servo riser over here. It's a Punishment RC. you doing, Rich? Yeah, I'm putting the lowers. Yeah, sometimes it's hard working on live. You do some crazy shit. I'm putting the lowers on the uppers. And I'm wondering, what the hell am I doing wrong? All right. Focus. It's not liking the pivot ball. Fuck. Gotta get the file out. It's fucking light. God damn it. I had tried laying down the rear shocks way too much. The dropout was aggressive. Yeah, that's the only problem with that. The only way to control that is putting a rubber band. And I like to run the rubber band in the center. This is the rear right here. You can see this screw. And then I put it around the upper truss mount, and then I just tap it into here instead of running around the shocks. It actually gives you a little bit more freedom if you're going to run a band. If you're going to run bands and run them that way, that's ideally is the best. Because people run bands and they just run them too tight. If you pick up your truck and you don't see it unloads a little bit, even with the bands, your bands are too tight, in my opinion. I gotta say, in my opinion, what I'm thinking. All right, let's go. Yeah, it's crazy. Same thing with the front. Like if you're running deadbolt front and you have a crazy dropout on that front, man, your drive shaft will pop right out. I know deadbolt is a good geometry, man, but sometimes it drives me crazy how short it is up front with the little short drive shaft and the shorter lengths. So I need to file this down a little bit, but the damn servo's in the way. I always try to work smarter, not harder, man. Sometimes, I always try to look up a way of doing something without doing something. You get my drift. Yeah, I only have a couple deadbolt front. Maybe one. I'm trying to do little small filing movements so I ain't got to take off. Excuse me. Hey, there we go. All right, let's get this drive shaft back in. Man, she is tight. All right, Bill. Thanks for stopping in. I said work smarter, not harder, and I'm working harder. All right, that one fits. And that one fits. Okay. They both fit. Phase. Okay. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. And stop. Boom, boom, boom. Silver. Probably should take off the wheels. You're doing the front legs, but like I said, man, I'm always trying to cut corners. It's definitely a weird angle. All right, Rich, you're making the job harder than it needs to be. Come on, dude. They're giving me a hard time. This screw is not finding his way through. Giving me a damn hard time. Must be cocked. Oh shit, I just noticed something. That mount is broken, that's cracked. I don't want to affect it much right now. Sheesh. So I definitely see a crack on the other side, so hopefully it doesn't affect it too much. Yeah, it's a good idea. Drop a little CA on there. Matter of fact, let me do that right now. Thank you, Camila. Yeah, it's like literally right where the screw. Little line. I don't think it'll affect it too much, but just in case. See. Bing boom. Okay. Thank you for that tip. All right. Now let's put this back in there. It keeps watering, keeps tearing on me. Camila, you said you're working on your indoor cores. What did you do? How big is it? Okay. Yo, what's up, Ty? His link looks a little cockeyed. Don't think it is, but if it is, eventually I'm just going to swap out these links. Yeah, the Mia's links, man, are they take a long time right now to come. We get them through Amazon. How you feeling, Ty? Thanks for stopping in, brother. Now we got different shocks up front. So before I had a different geometry. So now I'm going to have to figure that out. Let's get this rear swapped over though. Ooh. Definitely got some weight to her. These wheels are heavy. Excuse me, I got some bad heartburn. No, definitely not my go-to company. To be honest with you, I don't have any go-to company. I try a little bit of everything. I'm always looking for the best bang for the buck. But if I had to pick one company, my go-to company when it comes to crawlers would probably have to say Endura. But 4 by 3 feet in diameter so far, the first section, then plan on 3 other pieces, yep, to connect it. Nice. Yeah, that's a good idea. Definitely, yeah, do them in pieces like that and then connect them. That's kind of how I did them. I did them modular. Then the rest, basic. That's cool. That's cool. Definitely got to get some content out there if you don't have it already. But yeah, I like a little bit of everybody out here, man. You know, there's a lot of companies that fell on the radar for me, so I try to give everybody a play if I can, financially. But tell you what, man, I've been eyeing up that damn Creighton, boy. That 3S. I want that. Been a while since I drove fast. Yeah, ideally, this will be best with double bend links. I even thought about bending these links. I could definitely bend them myself. I have a bender. But I kind of like the wheelbase, the way it was sitting at right now. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Endura, man. I understand it, everybody, you know, American made, this and that. When you tell me I could order something and then have it the next day, you know, thanks to Amazon as well. They definitely Amazon's the gateway drug, man. They make it too convenient. Let me put these on here for the meantime. Yeah, that thing is nice. I'm sitting on, I mean, I picked up the first Mojave Grom. I souped that thing up before the next one came out, before they started doing the 2 whatever 3S, 2 to 3S thing. And I was kind of mad. I'm like, man, after they dropped that joint, I just did all these upgrades. And then they came out with that one. I was like, So I missed the Typhon. Don't have any of the other ones. So if they did, I was like, man, they do the Creighton. I want to get that Creighton. Or if they even did an infraction, that'd be crazy. I don't have an infraction either. But man, I've been so hooked on these crawlers, man. It's kind of hard. It's hard to go back and justify a purchase, to be honest with you, man, that cost 300 plus. And I can get almost 2 rigs for the price in the crawler world, micro world. So yeah, it's kind of hard for me to go back. Not say go back, but yeah, that's how it's looking to me, Camila. I love it, especially because I have this course. I think to myself, would I like it as much if I'm not able to crawl every day? Because and then it gets to the point where I was doing with the other cars. I got to get in the car, I got to load up the car, go drive to a location. Hopefully I don't get kicked out, and then come back. And then now when I go crawling, you go crawling off the grid, man, nobody really bothers you. But bashing, man, it seems like I always kind of ran into some kind of Karen. Comes out of nowhere. Karen, Bob, Ricky, Jake, whoever. Yeah. Yeah, my last big purchases were my Notorious V5, and I have a Typhon 6S as well. They're both souped up. Souped up. Anybody still says that, yo? Showing my age. Souped up. Yeah, that's why I love crawlers, man. I love to, even when I was into bashing, I love to bling out my rides. So if I had aluminum, it had alloy, I had to bling it out. I know it was bad for it. I know if I crash into the curb, it's just going to make everything twist. Listen, I know. I've hit parking blocks. I've hit light posts doing 40 plus. I twisted my chassis on my NTC3. Hitting a parking block, probably doing about 45. Man, that thing twisted the chassis. I never seen something so violent. My chassis was twisted. Man. Yeah, I like to rip, man. That's the problem. That's another thing. I like to go fast when I was out there. Push the limits. Yeah, 75, man. 75, keeping it alive. Listen, man, I'm from the Bronx. I'm from New York. I'm so glad everybody's using dope again. That made it back into the mainstream. That's funny. It's funny how all these words come back around. I just saw it in the news today where they talking about VHS again. All the young people, everybody wants to get into VHS. They're doing all the old stuff again. Excuse me, I need a tissue. Okay. Yo, what's up, Ill Bill? Yeah, man, that thing was twisted. I still got my TC3 too. I thought about bringing her back to life. Talking about Nitro lately. Seems like Nitro's making a comeback. I don't know if it ever left, but it definitely left for me. All right, focus, Rich. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, put this to the side. Put this to the side. We need this. And we need the axle. Listen, right now in my garage, I don't know how many I got, but I was a big fan of Yo MTV Raps. And I used to tape them. Tape the videos, and I would tape the, commercial comes on, hit the pause button. But yeah, right now, if I dig in my garage, yo, I definitely got some VCR tapes of Yo MTV Raps. Ed Lover and Dr. Dre. Fab Five Freddy. Man, some classic stuff. Like First Appearances, Wu-Tang, all that stuff, man. That's some classic shit. I need to get it over and convert it. Now this one has a Phillips. My eyes are playing tricks on me tonight, fellas. Ladies and gents. South Bronx. That's where you from? Hill Bill? BX in the building? Jimbo? What it do? Okay. Yeah, I'm a New Yorker also, I got roots out here now. I've been out here quite a bit. But New York's always been my home base, my roots. Always rooted for New York teams, Had to deal with all the Eagle fans. But I don't really care about sports like that anymore. I've been checked out. Yes, sir. Boogie Down Bronx, South Bronx. 181st Street. I live blocks away from the Bronx Zoo. I can smell the animals. You wouldn't think a kid growing up in the Bronx would love animals, man, but that's how I loved animals, man. I used to go to the zoo all the time. Not to mention, man, the Bronx Zoo is the biggest zoo in New York, man. If you want to go to a good zoo, go to the Bronx Zoo. Facts. Yeah, some years back, man, I took my wife out to my old block. And a couple places that I used to, we used to hang out and stuff like that around there. It's just so crazy, man. Like I said, I was a kid when I left, man. But, I've always went back and stayed out there summertimes and stuff. My cousin, my family's always out there. But, yeah, he's looking at the neighborhood that you grew up in, man. It just looked so small to me. Like the buildings looked smaller. Everything looked smaller. I felt like I was a giant. It was weird. But yeah, man, Bronx is pretty rough, man, right around them years when we moved. And that was pretty much one of the reasons why we had to get out of there. It's pretty bad. And we saw an opportunity to move out here at PA, man. My dad knew this Italian man who owned a catering business out here in Levittown, Pennsylvania. So we would make trips out here and visit. So I don't know how exactly we came about coming out here, man, but pretty much that's how we made it. But we had to get out the Bronx, man. It was getting bad. I've seen it all. Terror Squad, Fat Joe. Yeah, rest in peace, Pun. Pun was my guy. Fat Joe's I. Fat Joe blew up more after Pun died. But Pun was the nastiest, man. All right, focus again, Rich. What are you doing? Working on another chassis, Jimbo. Swapping out the axles, though. Running out of dinero. And I can't keep on getting new for everything, yeah? You feel me? I can do new in some parts, man, but I can't keep on doing new for everything. So we're going to have to start swapping over things, making things convenient, swapping over ESCs and shit like that. But this is actually not the one that I ordered, but this is called the Blue Hawk. And it's a carbon fiber, as you can see. This one's actually modeled after a Jeep. Like a Jeep Rubicon, you know? It's got fenders on there. You know me, I did my little touch up, my paint job on here. Kind of hard to see all the details, but I did the hairspray method on this one. We got gray primer underneath there, all flaked out. Definitely the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's crazy. You can see it right there, all pitted. Came out good though. This is Panthro. If you know, you know. Yeah, Panthro and the Thundercats. Somebody didn't know who Biggie was. You must have been talking about that Biggie, that Biggie crown still, huh? On the Notorious. Yeah, I can't believe they did that. That's crazy, yo. Rest in peace, Biggs. What they doing to you, man? Did they get permission for that? They even had the crown on it, man. I told Ty that day, man, that's blasphemy. Calling something slick wreck, and then they got a whole bunch of gold chains around the bumper. Like, come on, man. Humpty Hump. Two different personalities. I could go on and on. Remember when that came out, man? Shock G and Humpty? They were acting like they were tricking somebody. And that's a funny thing about Young TV Raps. They would make sure that they wouldn't show him off camera. And then they would have the other person who was playing Shock G or vice versa, Humpty, standing there off camera like a side profile. Oh, that's the funniest shit, yo. All my young heads, look it up, man. Okay. Whew, I don't know, man. It's tough. Let you take a look. Excuse my workbench, but we're a little messy right now. The top row over here is CR18P, FX118, CR18P, CR18P. FX24. We got the FCSX24. And then we got the SEX24s. We got 160 right there, C-bolt. No, I'm sorry, deadbolt, C-bolt. The other one's a C-bolt. You got the minis over here. And you can see all the bodies and collections of bodies and stuff I have. From model bodies to toy bodies. Yeah, and then we got the one and only Mount Richmore. But yeah, man, it's tough to say, man. I just love the way they drive. I'm very biased towards my first one. This was my very first one. It was my FX 118. This is not the original body. And none of this is original either, but I'm just biased because this is my first one that I learned how to crawl on, and the one that basically I fell in love with crawling with. And maybe I got spoiled a little bit, but it was brushless. But I do brush and brushless, so. But yeah, I love them all, man. I love the SEX24s, though, because of the customizations of them. You got different wheelbases. So I got to say SEX24 is probably my favorite platform. Favorite ready to run is FMS and CR18Ps. But to me, a SEX24 is not a good ready to run. It's good for customization afterwards. And nothing against Traxxas, but I have yet to own a Traxxas vehicle. Long time ago, I guess, yeah, I'm not going to say nothing against Traxxas. I guess I do have something against Traxxas. I guess I've always felt biased towards them because to me, back then when I was into Nitro and all that stuff, to me, back then, Traxxas always felt toyish to me. It didn't feel like it was better than some of the other stuff. So that kind of embedded in me. The people that I was around never got into Traxxas, and it just stuck with me. So to this day, I have 0 Traxxas products. Yeah. But I love that. I love the bodies that the TRX-4M does. But I just hear so many different things about it. Like, I need to do my own research and see exactly what it takes to get one to crawl good. But to be honest with you, they're starting to finally catch up. I've been noticing on Micro Mondays that a lot of new chassis and things like that are starting to come out for it. So they're slowly getting there. Is it going to have the same following as SEX24? I don't know. You just can't beat what SEX24 has out there right now. These lights, everything's looking so cloudy. Looks like I'm in a sauna. What's going on here? Okay. Good night, good night. Right, like what's going on here, man? Getting fogged up. All right, I'm getting sidetracked again. Hey, Ty, you don't like wrench and do lives? Seem like your format is more like what's that shit called? I'm not very tech savvy. Podcast. Yours is kind of like a podcast, the way you treat it. I like that. It's cool. Oh, thanks. No problem, man. I've come a long way, man. You look at my videos, go back click into oldest. Whoo. Yeah, just to look at Look at my video and then you see what my bench looks like now. You see it's truly an addiction. I mean, even when I was crawling on the floor, it was like ridiculous. October 24, I say it all the time. October 21st, 2024 is when I got my first crawler. All right, so let's do these first, and then we're going to do the uppers because I'm going to put that in the upper truss mount. We got to see what the position is going to be. All right, talking to myself. Let's go. Yeah, now it's cool, man. Got a good show up there, man. I used to always come across it, but I never really stopped in. When I finally stopped in, I said, yo, man, you got something good going here, man. With your sound effects, everything. I love it, bro. The Martin John. Yeah, it's classic, yo. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, I apologize, man, if I can't jump on every one of them. You be going at it. You go hard, yo. So far, I have not been on a schedule for my lives. I just kind of do them on a whim. Definitely trying to get in my weeklies in, but I definitely would like to get to a schedule. Is that phase? Is that in phase? Yeah, I think so. Let's see. One more turn. Let me see. No, the other way was better. Pretty much these are all parts that I had left over besides the chassis. Everything else is old. The motor's new. Motor's definitely new. First time using this Furatech. Yeah, I definitely would like to get to a point, my channel's growing. And like I said, man, I don't have much, man, but I definitely would like to give back. And pretty much the only thing I know I could probably give back is give back the things that I have, whether it's new or not, maybe somebody could utilize it, Give somebody one of my painted bodies, go, start from there. But I would like to get this bad boy running. Yeah, I'm gonna think of something. Kind of would like to make a little bit of like a trivia type thing too, though, because it seems like, not to say that this is what people do, man, but it just seems like a lot of people out here just looking for some kind of giveaway. And I don't know. Like, are you a fan of my channel? Like, do you even know? So I would just like to do a little something fun, like maybe say like what did I name this vehicle, or whatever the case may be, something like that, First 10 people to tell me. Just been throwing ideas out there. Memphis Moto in here. Mm-hmm. That's my guy too, man. What's up, Memphis? Yeah, if you stopping in here, bro, you gotta get you a crawler, man. Yeah. You know, also too, Ty, man, like I said, and that's why I love crawling so much. It's a little bit different wrenching. Like, how much wrenching are you gonna do on your armor, on your Typhons, on all that stuff? You're gonna replace parts. You're gonna upgrade a part or two, but it's not the same as crawlers. Like, I feel like this genre of our scene is like you're constantly wrenching. You know what I mean? You're constantly changing out tires. I mean, just to do a set of B-lock wheels. You know what I mean? So it's just like you're always turning a wrench. I feel in crawling. I did it a little bit with the in the bashing world, but not as much as this, man. And that's what I love about it, man. Is really the wrenching. So yeah, you're right. Maybe it might not work for your format. Oh, I just rolled down my screen, did I? Yeah. Yeah, listen, man. ATM. This is an ATM too, bro. Well, I'm gonna say Mac. This is a Mac machine too. I still say Mac. Going back to old words. Yeah, nah, this is an ATM too, man. This is why I'm over here robbing Peter to pay Paul, salvaging some of my parts from some of these bills that sit around. You know, I can't drop them all at the same time, but I said, you know what? Let me get a little clever with this time. And if I'm gonna swap out an ESC, why not put some Velcro on there? And like that, I could just swap things around and make it easier. So that's what I'm doing. These lights are making everything real smoky. Like it's a jazz bar. No cover charge tonight. We got open night, open mic. Yeah, believe me, it's you know, I say all that too, man, but you see how many times I had a hiccup. You trying to read the comments at the same time and staying on track. It's tough. Why does my lighting feel weird over here? Yeah, yeah. See, that was me. That was me. Definitely breaking stuff every time because I'm flying too much. Flipping stuff. Doing a backflip. Break the wing mount. You know, stuff like that. I even built a ramp. Listen, I had my ramp in here. Before all this came about, I had my ramp set up in here, set up right over here, and I would go back and forth with my Mojave, drifting inside here, getting it. When I'm telling you getting it, man, I banged up the body in here alone. I had marks all along my baseboard. I had to take off. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then I got the Losi. Same thing, was in the Losi, drifting around in here too. The NASCAR. Now my light sucks, man. What the hell? What's a good starter crawler? What y'all think, people? Y'all just heard my answer. What you want to do with it? Like, are you going to go onto a trail with it on a path? You have a course, you have some rocks you want to go play with it on? I know you're in Florida. I don't don't know what I'm doing with this light. Yeah. But man, I haven't seen speed runs like the way some of these people see. Even Memphis, I mean, I've never seen speeds like that for me, man. Whew. I couldn't even imagine. Like, I know how giddy I get with the speeds that I was doing before. For me to see a vehicle do, man, 100 miles per hour, bro, like, what the hell? I see these videos, man, these Jones are going by in a blur. Yo. I got my Notorious up to, what's up, Guru? I got my Notorious V5 with an 18th tooth pinion. I think I got it up to 67. That's good, man, for a big truck. Trying to keep that front down. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I got my Typhon, stock Typhon. What tooth pinion did I have on that one? I think maybe I have a 20 tooth on my Typhon, and I got that one to 69. Yeah, at one point I was trying to see how fast I can get it with stock electronics. I think I could have got it more with a better battery. But yeah, that was the last time I went fast. Yeah, what you working on, Guru? When you get home. See, you got a nice little collection. All right, this is about my 10th time lining up this drive shaft. Let's do it for the 11th time. SEX 30. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I'm pretty much done doing all the stuff I've been doing with my 30s now at this point. I still got links that I can't even change out because I can't get the screws to back out, man. Them things are a pain in the butt. Frustrates the hell out of you. Maz, okay, yeah, never had any Maz stuff. Chassis are real cool though. Mm-hmm. What that's a C2? What kind of skid angles on that Maz? Fives. 1.8. Need an 8. Need an 8. Definitely got to get you a hardware kit. If you guys doing any kind of wrenching and building, this thing comes in the clutch. I learned the hard way my very first build when I had no hardware. And ever since then, It's messing my articulation. I just noticed that my upper riser now is going to bang with the back of this chassis. I can definitely get more flex out of it. I don't even think I even need the upper truss mount because I was good with the orientation that I had. Let me see. Let me put a shock up. Let me see how much travel I have first before we do that. Because if we're not going to have all that articulation anyway, I'm not going to change out the upper truss mount. So we're going to see how much this shock is going to lay down. Need a spacer. All right, Ty, be safe, yo. Yeah, I think Jimbo, we're gonna get a long wheelbase, man. So, what wheelbase? I mean, what vehicle? Good question. I don't know. They might revisit. What we had before. What came in the Gladiator length? The Gladiator and the Power Wagon, right? So they might do that again, or give us another licensing vehicle that there's out. Some type of SUV, maybe a Tacoma. That'd be cool. Gladiator, yep. It seems like so far they're doing everything that they did for the XEX24. So, yo, what's up, Pat? How you doing, buddy? So your post the other day, you up to three 30s now, huh? It seems like that's the magic number. I have three. Yeah, see, I might not even have to worry about changing it out because even with all the travel, even if these are 39 millimeter shocks. We're gonna rock with it. We're gonna rock with it. Yep, good, good, good. How was class today, buddy? Or not class, school. You get your truck on the road? Oh wow, nice. No arguments. No arguments there. Let's go, Dad. The Wild Track, huh? Okay, I haven't. I don't know. Sure, I'm probably seeing them on the road, but I'm sure that's a cool package. Yeah, it's funny now that I've been crawling. Every time I see a vehicle out there that's out there, every time I see Broncos, I see JLUs, I just think about the crawlers right away. Not to mention every rock I drive by. That's when you know you're addicted to crawling. You driving by and you see a rock, you like, man, that looks like a good line. Oh wow. Hand lockers. Okay, nice. That thing is ready to go. Anybody catch the latest episode of what was that, Matt's off-road recovery? Did you see it, Jimbo? They had to go rescue out there an electric, it was an electric, some kind of electric SUV. This thing was pretty sick looking, man. But it was electric. What's up, Bushcraft? Yeah, it was electric. I mean, the dude was just amazed about it. But he broke a CV joint or something. Something popped out on it. But in this crawling thing, every time I see people with trailers, I'm thinking to myself, you're gonna crawl with a trailer on there? It looks cool in scale, but man, bro, he did it for the first. This first time I seen somebody do it. He actually had a trailer in the back, and he was going over rocks, man, in Utah, with this trailer, mounted the SUV, and then had to go back down, and was scraping left and right. But he did it. Thing was a boss, man. He did it in the banana too, the XJ. That XJ is dope. All their vehicles are dope. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I think that should be good. All right. Yeah, I got I got my alert. I watched it this morning. They usually pop out in the morning. So I watched it this morning. The sun, I don't know all their names, but it's just so cool to watch. I like to watch one-to-one crawling videos too, get some inspiration. But yeah, he was in the XJ. He called it the banana. Thing is pretty dope. I'm having a hard time looking at this damn thing. This light is fucking with me. Yeah, it wasn't a Rivian. It was another company. Yeah, the Rivians are cool too. It was some company. First of all, the dude, the son got in it and he was like, "Oh man, what is this? Is electric?" He didn't even realize. I'm like, "Man, dude, how can you not know that's electric? It doesn't look like anything that's out there." But it was sick. This thing was loaded. It had everything. It was definitely meant for that. But he had to tow him back to the hotel. So I don't know. They was from out of town and they just came in to do some crawling out there in the Moab or wherever they're at. Definitely out there in Utah. I don't know if it's the Moab. But yeah, definitely my crawler course, man, is kind of inspired by all that Moab, that beautiful red rock. I'm running my mouth and I'm having a hard time with this thing. All right, Jimbo. See you later, buddy. Go watch that episode. Yeah, And then he had another episode, man. They had to go rescue this vehicle. This vehicle went off the side of this cliff. And this car has been stuck down this cliff for about 27 years. They finally somebody went to go rescue this thing. Talking about some rock crawling, man, that thing was crazy. He had the big record for that. All right, come on, Rich. Focus. It's in a weird spot. Sheesh. Oh my God. My dad was going to get a Rivian. He had a deposit on one because they were coming out today. It's supposed to be around 50K, and they come out. Yeah, you know, they mark shit up, man. Yeah, I've been seeing those Rivians for a while. I think one of my very first trips to LA is the very first time I seen the Rivian, and I was like, wow, what the heck is that? It was the SUV one, and it caught my eye right away because it had the R. Always looking for my R's, man. But Rivian, I thought, what's that say? Rivera? Yeah, they pretty sharp though. But there's tons of them out now. What's that one company? It's a pretty cool company. It's very if you say the name of it, it's like a one word name. It's a new company and they're very customizable. It's kind of square looking. Oh man, what's the name of that thing? They're sharp. They got some cool ones like the convertible ones, SUV. I want to say like something like a boat or I don't know. All right, Rich, what are you doing? Enough already. Playing around. Come on, Rich. So all you had to do was turn it upside down. Work smarter, buddy. Okay. Woo-hoo. A Lucid. Okay, I haven't heard of that brand. It definitely wasn't that one. Definitely wasn't a Lucid. It was definitely something else though, but that's crazy too. That sounds crazy. Lucid. I like that name. Electric cars are cool, you know. I just don't think our infrastructure is ready for it yet. They definitely got to set up everything a lot more for it. But it's right around the corner. We're here. It's definitely here. It's not going anywhere. One, two, three, four, five. Look at that. 10 seconds. Have I seen the electric F-150s yet? I'm sure I have. I probably didn't realize they were electric though. Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, get this rear truss mount. Hoo-wee. F-150 Lightning, that's what they call it. It's funny because they used to have a Lightning. They went back to the Lightning for their electric vehicle. I almost bought a Lightning back in the day. Trying to have all the nuts matching. I'm looking for a black one. Yo, what's up, Sep? I guess I'm gonna have to wait. I got a black one over here, I think. Yeah. Got stuff everywhere. Hardware everywhere. So, what's up, everybody? What's everybody up to? I'm over here caught up. Sorry I didn't speak. Bushcraft, what you up to, man? Anybody doing any wrenching? Just chilling? She's gonna be loosey goosey. I was doing the oochie coochie, my friend. I thought the Venge build was pretty tight, man, but this one's pretty cool. Definitely have a lot more room in here for your electronics. But at the end of the day, man, this stuff is tight. Definitely got to be prepared to be able to fit this stuff in here. And if you can't work that out, it's not going to be able to work good in here. Space is so limited. Excuse me. I want to do some stuff to my 30s. I've done wheels and tires in my 30 and brass knuckles. What do you recommend next? I mean, how's it performing? It's pretty much on how it performs. You know, it depends how much weight it needs. But if you have enough weight on it and it's performing, that's all you need. I would do overdrive. I have yet to do the overdrive, but I've heard good things from that. You can definitely see a difference. And just some weight, you know. This one's pretty heavy because of the wheels, but they definitely need weight. I definitely found my Bronco. I had some tungsten on the rear. I took that off, and then as soon as I took it off, I noticed a difference right away. Like it was starting to do things that wasn't doing before. It was starting to flip. So it's a small little threshold of how much weight it needs. You know, you got to kind of see what body you're running and stuff like that. But they definitely need weight. I think more the better. Yeah. But yeah, overdrive gears. Links aren't necessary, I don't think. Like I'm still running stock links on this one. The other one has Endura links. I still have another set of Endura links that are not to install, and then I have the orange crawler ones, which were stainless and aluminum. They were pretty slick, man, but I can't even get them mounted. But yeah, that's about it. I think the wheels are pretty cool. You're gonna need a servo eventually too. One servo's done already, and the other one's on its way out. So as soon as you start putting weight on them, the servo's gonna go, just like SEX 24. So they're pretty good, you know. But you start adding all that weight, especially on that front steering, is gonna eventually start to go. Yeah. Yeah, I've put the K10 on the Bronco body. It fits pretty good on that one because the Bronco has the shortest lights. All the other ones have kind of like weird lights. All right, Rich, come on. Got to mount this front shock. But yeah, I think overdrive will probably be a good, definitely. Come on, Rich. Screw in first and then spacer. $2 and 6 minutes. Yeah, only well, actually, two of mine have lights still. I cut the lights out of my JOU. K10 still has it, and the Bronco still has it. But I done tried a whole bunch of things with mine. By STX 20, I mean 30s already. I had 3D printed bodies already that broke. This is a what was this? Fourth gen? Yeah, fourth gen Forerunner. This one broke several times. Broke the mirror. Kind of stopped running it though. It's getting beat up. This was PB&J. But yeah, man, that floor is undefeated. As soon as something hits that floor, that's it. It breaks. But yeah, that's the bad thing with 3D printed bodies in general, man. They're pretty they can be pretty brittle. I saw who did I see? Who was that? Nasty Nate he posted a video and it was like a little small little flip back, But he flipped back and he's on rock. That John shattered. Hurts my heart. But you could fix them up. Hey, 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 hey. Nice. Yeah, I got another body I'm waiting on, man. But the first one came, it was a little too big. I need to get me a printer. All right. Now, is that too much caster? Ooh. Be banging on links. Definitely gonna have to fix this a little better. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting better at this stuff or getting used to it. But it's always tough to tuck all this stuff in. Let me see if this is gonna work. Hmm. Got it tucked in here. I had a better time, easier time tucking this shit in this one than the Venge joint. And this is a way bigger. This Lizard Pro is pretty big. I don't know if I'm gonna stick with that. I have another Joe RC's ESC coming, and that is way smaller. All right, Pat, take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, man. She's alive. Are we ready to crawl? Oh my God. See, the cool thing about this, I like the way everything flips open, so you can kind of like access everything here. So if I needed to do that, so I'm just gonna leave the screws out for now. But all you have to do is just put that screw right here, and then 2 in this hood. Pretty cool though. Fits everything pretty decent in there. I got a micro receiver in there. I got the FMS battery in there, which is a 380 mAh. And then the micro receiver. Not bad, not bad. Let's put it on the core, see how she does. Let me lower this music real quick. RC Richie Lab. Anybody tuning in? This is where the magic happens. Always messy. I try to keep it neat, but it gets messy quick. Somebody's just hanging out. Gonna test this for the very first time out on Mount Richmore. It's my very first time using this Komodo, mini Komodo. And we're running the Lizard Pro. Everybody tuning in, what's up, what's up? Here we go. Mount Richmore. Got some real rock in here. All handmade. All right, let's get it. Our very first run with Panthro. Gotta see how much cash there's on this servo. Maybe I might push it forward a little more. That's too much. Get that tire unhooked. Never too much? All right. Seems like it's okay. It definitely benefits though. I like the caster. Especially when you have a good axle. Yeah, it wasn't doing me good to have those other axles on this thing. It just would have bothered me. Thing is pretty smooth. Let's see how good it does with steepness. Believe it or not, this is my very first set of tires that I bought for my FX 118. They have come full circle. Let's take it up this way, and then we're going to hit this climb. See how close we can hook this. Come on, S5s. Do your thing. Not bad. Let's see how low. That skid is pretty low. We definitely kind of slammed. Looks good though. Ooh, found that little hole. So this is my first time driving this, so I gotta make sure everything is still cool with the mesh and everything. Seems like everything is okay. too much. I flipped it. Nice. I didn't think I was gonna make it because the wheels didn't get stuck. Not bad, not bad. I get a slight little hesitation when it gets bound up. I don't know if it's because of the mesh. Yeah, overall pretty good, man. Pretty good. Yeah, I think I need to play with the mesh. I'm not sure if I even have the same mod. I know the stock mod in the XCX24 transmission is 0.3. I'm not sure what this pinion came with though. The pinion is a 16 tooth pinion, but I'm not sure what mod. But it seemed to match up. So I don't know if it's even if mod 3 will match up with mod 4. Thanks, up. Definitely a little low on that front, though. I don't think I can bring that up any higher. Um, Bigger shock, I guess. But I like it. If you want a deadbolt front, that's going to bring that servo too far under that hood. I think it says you can do a deadbolt for one of these, but I don't know. That'd be playing it too close. And I got the pancake motor too, so yeah, that's taking up some room. Suspension is dialed though. It's pretty flexy. Right up the ball. See that? Hear that? When it starts to get bound up a little bit. Let's go a little beast mode. See how she does. Pretty planet, man. Let's see this climb right here. Let's go all the way left, though. Come on. Yeah. If it's tiny teeth, it's mod 3. I'll show you in a second. Mod 5 has the bigger, yeah. So yeah, like I said, it came with a 16 tooth pinion, and I left it on there, and it's the one with the grub screw, so you can swap it out. It's not the press fit. But at first, when I matched it up to the spur, it didn't seem like it was butting up, and then I set the mesh and tested it out, and it was okay. So, but all right, that's a good enough run. I'm about to jump off of this live soon anyway. I'm glad I got it buttoned up, though. I didn't think it was gonna go that smooth. Okay. Yo, call it quits. What's up, buddy? Thank you, man. Panthro. It's definitely not, the light's not doing any justice on my little paint job, but yeah, let me see what we got here. I don't know if you can see that set. It's kind of big, right? So maybe that's 0.5. I don't know. But yeah, maybe I'll just play around with it some more. Once I start driving some more, that was literally my first time driving, so. But yeah, man, it came out pretty good. You know, my little Mosh Podge of links. I might revisit this and put different links on here eventually. But to be honest with you, this is not my original plan. Like I said, I wanted the other one, the Yoda 80. So that's coming. It's going to look similar to this. It's a little bit different though. I'm going to have to throw a paint job on that one. But yeah, we got everything in here with some Velcro. So now if I want, I could just swap it back out to the FX118. Got the Velcro for the battery in here. And then we got the Lizard Pro on the Velcro as well. Then we got the Velcro right down there. So now if I want to just swap it out, I could just do that. So glad I kind of thought about that because like I said, man, just keep on buying this stuff. It's getting very costly. Yes, sir. Yeah, got that credit card up there. Cha-ching. But yeah, man, that thing came out pretty good. These are the One Plus wheels on here, brass. So they definitely super heavy. But they've been sitting around for a long time, so I finally got something that I could just sit them on and not swap out. It's perfect for this build. Getting tired of things just sitting around. Just want to kind of put it on the build and keep it there. See, it feels smooth. You know what I mean? Like the mesh feels good. So I'm not sure what the. But that same sound that I just said is the same sound that I just heard on the video of Cape Crawlers. You know what I mean? So like, and he had the sensor, John. It's just, it just might be a natural sound that is, you know, when it gets on the bind a little bit. Like I said, I'll play around again, still some more. Nah. It was actually super quiet, man. I'm glad I found that transmission case. So I'm going to have to order 2 more. And I have 2 more cases that I want to swap over. Save me some money. But yeah, the other one is called the Yoda 80. And it kind of looks similar like this. It has the fenders as well. But it has a different bed in the back. And then it has like a kind of like a roll bar in the back. Pretty cool looking. But that was my first choice. And I was sent this one. But like I said, you know, they say keep it. Their error. Once they said that, I started to tear into it. And that's when I actually noticed that it was actually missing a skid. So definitely wouldn't have benefited me. But luckily I had this skid from Venge. And I'm not even sure why there was even 2 of these in there. But it came with 2 skids. They were both the same. Rocks and chops, what's going on? About to hop off of here. 2 hours and 38 minutes. We got the Predator here. So yeah, we got 2 back-to-back builds, man, that I know my belt. C2, C3 builds. Having to condense these electronics, it is not fun, but it's definitely a challenge, and I like it. Obviously, better electronics, so on and so forth. You may not run into these problems. But yeah, this one came out pretty good, and I'm stoked about it. Panthro. Yes, sir. But all right, people, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for everybody stopping in and chatting. Sorry for running my mouth earlier, but it's just how I feel. But yeah, thanks everybody. Everybody have a blessed night, and stay positive.